The last roar, the sun rose over a land that time had nearly forgotten. Endless plains stretched toward the horizon, broken only by the silhouettes of giants. Herds of long-necked brachiosaurs grazed peacefully, their shadows moving across rivers where triceratops drank under the watch of towering trees. And at the edge of it all, on a high, rocky ridge overlooking the valley, stood a young Tyrannosaurus rex named Kale. Kale was not like the others. His pack had been lost to a volcanic eruption years before. He had survived alone, scavenging and hunting in the deep forests, growing stronger but lonelier with every sunrise. His roar echoed across empty canyons, answered by nothing but silence. One morning, while hunting along the river, Kale spotted something unusual. A young Triceratops calf was trapped in the mud, struggling to escape as predators circled from afar. Kale approached, ready to claim his meal. But as he drew near, the calf let out a desperate cry, its eyes filled not with fear but with pleading. Kale stopped. He could smell its fear, its heartbeat, its helplessness. Something inside him shifted. Instead of attacking, he lowered his head and nudged the calf free. It stumbled, then limped away into the trees. For the first time in his life, Kale had spared another creature. Days turned into weeks. Kale began to see the calf again, now following a small herd led by an older Triceratops. The herd avoided him at first, but slowly they realized he meant no harm. He started to trail them at a distance, protecting them from smaller predators that lurked in the shadows. Then one night, the earth began to shake. The sky glowed red. A mountain in the distance erupted, raining ash over the land. Panic spread through the valley as rivers of lava began to form, swallowing forests and plains alike. Kale roared, herding the frightened Triceratops toward the high cliffs. The herd ran, but the young calf stumbled, its leg caught between rocks. Kale turned back, ignoring the heat that scorched his skin. He bit through the vines, holding the calf, freeing it once more. As the lava advanced, Kale pushed the calf toward safety. The herd escaped to the ridge, but the ground beneath Kale crumbled. He fell back into the firelit valley. The herd cried out as he disappeared into the smoke. Then, from within the inferno, came one final, earth-shaking roar. It was not a cry of fear, but of defiance. When the ash settled, days later, the valley was silent. The herd returned to find a single footprint burned into the rock, facing the rising sun. Years passed. New life grew where the fire had once burned. The calf became a great leader of the herd. And every dawn, when the wind blew through the valley, it carried the faint echo of a roar that seemed to protect them still. Kale was gone, but his spirit lived on, the last roar of a world that refused to be forgotten. Moral of the story: even the fiercest hearts can learn compassion, and true strength is not in survival, but in sacrifice.